Remember, EPS has been elected as the AIADMK Interim General Secretary in the General Council meet that was held in Vanagaram this after the Madras High Court in its verdict also made it clear that it will not intervene in the political affairs of the AIADMK. The live visuals that are coming in which shows that the war is on for the legacy of Jayalalitha. And in fact, just the key takeaways to take you through the key takeaways of the SC verdict, in which it has categorically stated that there will be no dual, in fact, which has rejected OPS plea that has by the Madras High Court. In fact, in the meeting that was held, EPS has been elected as the new interim general secretary. Elections for the AIADMK general secretary, we are told, will also be held in 4 months' time, and that there will be no dual leadership in the AIADMK, which means that there is an open rift within the OPS and EPS cadre. The live visuals that you're getting to you from outside the AIADMK headquarters, in which you can see the cadre there raising flags. It is a big win there for the EPS camp, as the OPS plea has now been rejected by the Madras High Court. We'll try and go across to our reporters as well to get us some more information. But as of now, you can see the live visuals that we are getting to you from outside the AIADMK headquarters. The Madras High Court has said that it will not intervene in the party squabbles and also rejecting the OPS plea there that was filed by the OPS camp. In fact, in more news that is coming in about the meeting that was chaired just a short while back by EPS, in which it's been decided that EPS is a new interim general secretary of the AIADMK. Elections for the AIADMK general secretary will be held in the next 4 months, and that there will be no dual leadership within the party, and which also means that there is an open rift there between the between OPS and EPS. So, which also essentially means that there is an end to the AIADMK dual leadership. Polls for post will be held in the next 4 months for the new general secretary. In fact, these are the live visuals that we are getting to you that shows the celebrations which are galore among the EPS faction. Pragadish is joining us, getting us all those live updates. Pragadish, if you could talk to us about the scenes we are seeing right now of the celebrations there among the EPS faction outside the AIADMK headquarters.
Yes, it's quite jubilant here. There's thousands of supporters gathered outside the wedding hall where the meeting is taking place, the General Council meeting is taking place. And there's massive cutouts and banners, all of MGR Jayalalitha and EPS. There's almost no supporters of Paneerselvam here. And I think they've all boycotted it, and they are still waiting. And there was also a massive commotion that happened outside the AIADMK headquarters in Roypeta, and none of them have turned up to the event here. It looks like it's a massive win for EPS now, at least for another 4 months, when there could be possible elections for the party.
Yes. Pragadish, this also essentially means that the infighting within the AIADMK is in the open because the battle, as we know, became legal as well, with the court now rejecting the plea that was filed by the by OPS. If you could take us through the key takeaways of the SC verdict as well.
Yeah, so there were 16 resolutions passed here today, but before that, the court had obviously refused to stay the GC meeting that was supposed to take place. And this was the final last resort that the OPS had to sort of convince his own followers and the rest of the party. But it looks like it's all about the trailer. EPS is taking over the government. Over to you.
Yes. Well, Pragadish there getting us all those details of the SC verdict, in which it has rejected the OPS plea that was filed, and now it's been decided that OPS will, in fact, EPS will continue, will be the interim general secretary. So HC there rejecting OPS plea to stay the AIADMK meet that was now held, in which it was decided, in fact, in this plea, in this meet that was held, it was decided that Palaniswamy will be the new interim general secretary, in that elections for the AIADMK general secretary will be held in the next 4 months. Also, the meet has also put an end to the dual leadership that existed in the AIADMK till now. So now we'll have Palaniswamy, who will be the head of this party, who's now been elected as the interim general secretary. The elections for the next general secretary will be held in the next 4 months as well. And as you can see, the celebration there, which is galore among the EPS faction outside the AIADMK headquarters, in which you can see the cadre there paying tributes to Jayalalitha there, the former chief minister of Tamil Nadu. Essentially a win for the EPS faction after the court rejecting OPS plea. And now we have only single leader in the AIADMK, which is E. Palaniswamy as well. Celebrations there, which are which we can see on our screens as well. In fact, the two factions, the infighting within the two factions is now in the open. EPS versus OPS. In fact, in these visuals, you can see how the violence has also broken out when we talk about the infighting between the two factions of the AIADMK. This after EPS has been elected as a new interim general secretary. In fact, 16 resolutions have been passed in this particular meet that was held, in which there's been a proposal that has been made for Bharat Ratna for Jayalalitha MGR as well as Jayalalitha MGR as well. So those are some of the highlights of this meet that was held just a short while back. And as you can see, the workers there who are seen celebrating the victory of the EPS camp there. In fact, the court has categorically said that it would not intervene in the party squabbles, which rejecting the AIADMK leader and former coordinator OPS as well. In fact, those are the live visuals as well that we can see on our screens of the EPS cadre there celebrating the win for the EPS camp there. This after the resolution that was 16 resolutions, remember, that were passed in this particular meet that was shared just a short while back, in which EPS has been declared as the interim general secretary.